Okay, this is part two of your instructions. I accidentally hit the button, so part two. So as I was saying in the previous video, part one, he could be sitting with this on his lap in a chair in front of the audience, and he's holding the handle, which will activate the truth or lying DNA in his hands so that you can determine whether he's telling the truth or lying. The two remote controls, one on the left, one on the right, is on a clipboard, as I mentioned, I think in part one. And the clipboard has a list of questions you're going to ask him. So it's perfectly logical to have the questions on a clipboard. And on the left and right hand side, you've got on the clipboard the one on the left, the remote, and one on the right, whichever one you want on the left or right for truth and lying, you just press momentarily or press to begin with. So now you're going to turn on the lie detector. Again, this is just an extra switch in which I put to balance out the other two switches. And this is the green lights, which are on right now because everybody is telling the truth by watching you. Okay? If any one of them doesn't like the act, the red light could go on, okay? And of course, the first switch, I'm sorry, the switch on the right-hand side activates the meter. And there you go. There's the meter. And that's the speed I kind of like it at, you know? So there you go. And you've got the green for the truth, and you got the red for the lie, but it's scanning right now, so it doesn't know that there is any questions being asked, and it doesn't know if somebody's telling the truth or a lie. It's just a cool piece of equipment that goes on top of it. So now everything is activated, the on-off switch is on, and I'm not sure which remote this is. You can mark them and label them if you want. Mr. Buyer. So let's see which one this is. So that is the that is the lies, okay? Okay, so that's the lie. And of course, this one is the truth. Okay? So there you go. This is the Frank Paris comedy, steampunk, remote control, lie detector. It is $5.95. I know that might sound like a lot, but there's a lot of work involved in building these things. It takes about a week to make. So you will be getting this configuration. The lights and the switches may be in better place in different places, but it'll look similar. The lights may be bigger on the front. They will certainly not be smaller. There may be only two red lights. Two red lights on the top that are different than the two lights on the bottom, which are the greens, or there may be four lights that are basically the same, but not these lights. The top three, again, I will mention, will be the same because it configures the way I'd like it to configure, and you will get the signature Frank Paris steampunk meter, okay, which is like the coolest thing, and if I do say so myself. And that's basically it. But each one will be unique to your act. And there'll be a couple of little changes, a couple of add-ons, or a couple of deletes to compensate for the add-ons, and you will get a really cool item. We have a guy named, well, I won't mention his name, but he's up on Facebook who has touted my, he's bought a couple of these for me. He bought a stage size too, so you got references and you got people that are very happy with this. And you can see that on Facebook when you key in Frank Paris steampunk comedy remote control lie detector. And that's basically it. Frank Paris over and out. The switches are the switches, and the wiring is the wiring, which we talked about in part one. This is just going to my customer. I may upload it to YouTube, but you know, this is it. This is a different one. Every time it's different. If you've seen my other ones, you know that they're not all the same. They come a little bit different. So you're getting a little bit of potluck when you order one from me, but you are also getting something that's unique to your act and not anybody else's act. And I thank you very much. Frank Paris, over and out.